Stars, Adventures in Paradise. Starring Gardner McKay as Adam Troy. Isle of Eden. Guest stars, Yvonne DeCarlo. Hugo Haas. Brought to you by
Randall?
Does Madame need anything? Fortune is piloting Mr. Zagreb in the seaplane. And Randall?
Yes?
Randall went to fetch a part for the radio transmitter.
He was supposed to fly Morotai.
Now I understand the suitcase.
Oh, well, I'm not feeling well. I want to see the doctor over on Morotai, and I might have to spend the night.
And the little painting?
Well, the frame is broken, and I... Have the mechanic take me over to the mainland in the launch.
Madame does not know. The motor's off.
All right, then radio Morotai to send a plane over.
But I told Madame, the radio's not working.
big buster coming up.
Yeah, we're in for it. Take the wheel. Sailor pulling by. this way! And this is a stress call. Where from? A little island in the Telluride group.
An island? Ah, let's forget it.
I'm not so sure.
It won't blow away.
I think we better go see. Not too far off our course.
Adam, we can't. If we miss a day, we'll miss our bonus. $200.
I'll give you the bearing.
Mr. Zagreb returned sooner than expected.
Mr. Zagreb.
Did Madame expect someone else?
How are you, Lianne?
Ahoy there.
Did you invite additional guests?
Are you in trouble?
Well, on the contrary,
I could stand elucidation.
I got a radio call, so naturally I changed my course and sailed in.
A radio call?
Oh, it was mine. I was trying to reach you, find out when you were coming back. He must have heard me.
Is that what you heard?
Yes, that's what I heard. So I thought there was trouble.
Of course. May I ask who you are?
I'm Adam Troy.
My name is Hugo Zagreb. And this is my island. I bought it for privacy.
That means leave.
Privacy was the word.
Well, I'd like to oblige you, but there's something like a hurricane building up here.
Well, I don't wish to be inhospitable, but...
Of course not.
But this pier is only for my boats and my planes. You may, if you wish, drop anchor farther down in the lagoon. Against hurricanes, you'll be well protected, and I'll preserve my privacy.
Well, now, Mr. Zagreb, that's very democratic of you.
Not at all. Democracy is only for the weak and the frightened.
Speaking as a weak, frightened man, I'd be very comfortable out in your lagoon. Goodbye.
Later. General Tha, welcome to the Isle of Eden.
Adam, I'm against.
Well, that's good for you.
I listen to the radio, and it's not a big blow.
I listened to some unsaid conversation on the docks. I think it's a very big blow.
We can find our way through the reefs, reach Morotai tomorrow, dump our cargo a day ahead of time, get a big bonus. Life can be beautiful.
Lovey, when I was a kid, we had a cat. My mother was afraid of birds.
That all goes together?
Yes, it goes together. You see, we had the cat to kill the birds. Yeah. Well, one day, I saw the cat toying with a bird. It was a very fine cat. But until that time, I never knew that birds' eyes had souls before.
If you ever told that luscious dish on the island her glimmers looked like bird's eyes, we'd...
Lovey.
What?
Lovey, get the boat hook.
Adam,
Used to be a man.
let's take that channel.
Nope.
I tell you, Adam, I don't like it around here.
I tell you, Lovey, neither do I.
Where's the lady?
Oh, is that what you call it?
Where are you going?
Going? I just came in.
You know what I mean. Yesterday,
Why don't you ask Yosef?
I did.
Well, so now you know.
Not yet from you.
Which type of lie would you like to hear?
You know I like you, Lianne. From the first moment when I found you in that sewer of a nightclub in Australia. Tough and funny, huh?
Oh, I'm a riot. That's why you married me. Well, here's one for you. Those sewers were just a little cozier and a little homier than this castle in Eden.
Everything you can get from me, except the money to go away. Is that so harsh?
Eat your breakfast, Hugo. Leave me alone.
You will stop. You know, I don't mind you going away. I think it's normal.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear you find something normal.
But it so happened that your little case was filled with jewels. And it also so happened that the little painting you took with you for reframing is a El Greco, worth about $200,000.
Oh, no, Hugo. No.
No!
It was worth 100,000.
Oh. Perhaps not a perfect Greco, huh? It is understood that you never get the money to get away.
Hugo, you've been very good to me. I guess I owe you something. So, in full payment.
As I said, tough and funny.
Hugo,
Yes?
if I didn't hate you,
Yes?
I'd love you.
Yosef! Tell me, was the lady entertaining herself with that pilot, what's his name, Randall?
I think yes.
Because he's tall and strong and young.
I think only because she was available to help her get away.
And the captain of the schooner. He has the same attributes.
Yes. And a third attribute. He also found something in the lagoon. A dead body. The captain is awaiting you downstairs.
You know. I understand that you have found the body. It's very interesting.
Was he a friend of yours?
Just a former employee of no importance.
One thing.
Will you listen?
There were, marks on his throat.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes, once before I've seen marks like this. They were made by, strangulation.
Mm-hmm. Do you have your papers with you?
What papers?
Proving that you are the High Sheriff of the Southern Seas?
I always understood there was such a thing as international law.
On my island, only my laws apply.
Haven't you heard dictators are dying out?
Madame?
It's all right. How far can she go?
I can hear it in your voice.
What? What about my voice?
The Middle European thief of 20 years ago who picked pockets in the Balkans, who committed small murders in Turkey and finally rose to fame by stealing oil wells in Asia. Yes, I think what I've heard's true. Emperor Hugo Zagreb I, Emperor of the Dead.
Is that what they call me? It's excellent.
And I've got a strange feeling it's well chosen. Emperor of the Dead means emperor among the dead.
Are you through? Now get out of my house and don't come back!
Oh, I want to thank you
For what?
for backing me up on the radio.
Well, as I told Lovey, it's got something to do with cats and birds.
Oh? A local joke? For the birds?
You seem to have it pretty cozy here. You still want to get off the island?
With what? Do you have $200,000?
Not at the moment.
Well, I won't leave without it. I've earned it.
Yes, I think you have.
Does the captain leave?
Of course. What can he do? Doesn't know anything important.
It is satisfactory then about Randall?
How did you do it? Just like that.
Mr. Hugo, I have been your servant so many years. I understand your most secret thoughts and desires.
Then why did you let her get to the radio?
Hugo. Hugo.
I'm thinking.
Well, I think it's time to go to sleep.
Good night.
You like my gown?
Wear it in good health.
She's more my type than yours.
Well, go back to bed, will you? Welcome aboard.
Captain Troy, I have to...
You changed your mind. Well, I don't see any $200,000.
Well, mates, now I see what you mean about the birds. And the CAT.
Lovey, why don't you go below and see about some warm clothes for Mrs. Zagreb? I'll see about some coffee.
Follow me, baby.
Lovey, I need help.
It's a well-known fact that a pretty face kind of fills up my sails.
No. I mean help from Captain Troy.
Strange kind of man, Adam. Certain things he will do and certain things he won't.
Yes. And he doesn't like me.
I've never put my finger on where it begins and where it stops. But Adam has a code.
I knew a man like him once. He even looked like Adam. And was broke like Adam. He had a code, too.
I'd say you were lucky.
Sure. One day I woke up. There I was, stranded in Australia. No way to get back home.
I'd say that sounds more like me than like Adam.
Maybe that's why you and I understand each other. You see, when I did wake up, there were no more illusions. I can't afford to fool around with happiness. It's strictly money with me.
Coffee coming up.
And now the Council of War. Lovey, I might try to make sail tonight.
The wind's down.
No, sir, Captain. We don't know these reefs in the dark, and I won't let us jeopardize a cargo worth a big bonus.
How far did you change your mind this time?
All the way.
Without the money?
Now that Hugo realizes I'm going to leave him, there's no telling what he'll do.
He'll try to stop you. You know too much.
Like General Top.
Yes, nice little General talk. I wonder what kind of revolution he's supposed to start on the mainland.
It's clear you don't know Hugo. His international trade doesn't go well with the democracy, so he doesn't like them.
And which side do you like?
Whichever side pays me.
Lovey, we're sailing out of here tonight.
Well, Adam, I
Lovey,
told you we...
we're sailing tonight.
Are you sure? I mean, you might get
There's
into
no time to talk. We'll use you in the galley. Well, come on, Lovey. Let's get the anchor up.
Our machine guns have you covered, Mr. Troy.
It's getting quite late, Lianne. Let's go home. Lianne. And now you, Mr. Troy. Yosef, you'll stay here overnight. You'll dismantle the radio, and you'll watch the mate, but you'll be still alive in the morning. Go. Now let's go home. I'm sleepy. quite unfortunate, Mr. Troy. Lianne says that she didn't tell you anything, but she was with you quite some time last night, and I don't dare to believe her.
But you would believe me.
Not under oath. So, out of necessity, you must remain my guest until certain things which are underway cannot be impeded.
Which include the activities of General Tar. Oh, I didn't need her to tell me that. And by the way, how long before General Tar can start his revolution?
In other words, you want to ask how long you'll be my prisoner. I like that. Direct and open, like myself.
I've read about your direct and open ways in news magazines.
I hope you find my coverage impressive.
No. Educational.
You know, Mr. Troy, I made my own way in this world. Nobody paved it for me. Today, I keep as a toy this castle, which was built for a sultan.
And why not? Don't you consider yourself a sultan?
In modern terms, yes. From this island, I reach out to faraway places. This is my communication center. Just now, I sent to the mainland 2 ships with enough arms to overthrow the government.
Up to your old tricks again, huh? Murder by contract.
I forgot you're my guest.
I'd call that the understatement of the week.
Mr. Troy, you will now leave this room and keep out of my sight. But I warn you, if you try to leave this house, you'll be shot.
I enjoyed your company, General, but you talk too much.
Go back to your room. I'll talk to you later.
But, Mr. Zagreb, it is necessary for us to understand...
Understand what? Do as I say, or I buy a new general. With all these important things on my mind. First, Lianne, please forgive me for having hurt you last night.
Perfectly all right, Hugo. It's your privilege. You pay for the right.
Good. I'm sure you wouldn't willingly hurt me.
Not if it costs me.
That's the girl I found and married in Australia. So let's continue.
Continue what?
No, as we were. It's business with us. The terms were fair. Let's reactivate our contract.
Oh, Hugo, you kill me. You really are a remarkable man.
Good. You've grown too wise to go again on a hopeless little journey for love. Everything to lose, nothing to gain.
You hit it.
So be a good girl and go up to your room.
Ready to leave?
Get out of here fast.
I guess word hasn't gotten out yet.
What word?
About your social standing with Zagreb. You walked quietly out the house with me and through the gate. The natives would think the boss had ordered it.
He'll kill you if he finds you here.
Yes, I know. That's why we have to get going.
Get out of my room, quickly.
I think I'm pleased. Lianne. Mr. Troy, I didn't intend to kill you. Until now.
If you feel a pair of scissors in your back, that'll be your wife.
Nonsense. There's nothing in it for her. I thought we made a pact.
Why don't you spell it out to the captain in clean English?
And if you make one more sound, I'm gonna kill you. All right, Emperor Hugo I. Drop your crown. We're back to the gutters. For everything that's lousy in this world. What about the boats?
Oh, no. No, there's always a guard, and they check with the house.
Is there someplace we can hide for the rest of the day?
We can try. I know every inch of this island.
Stop them! Stop them! Stop them! Stop them!
Send one to Yosef to bring the schooner's mate ashore. Use helicopters to watch them.
But, Mr. Zagreb,
And
don't you
remember,
want to pursue them now?
if I find them dead, you too will be dead.
I misunderstood. I thought you wanted to finish it.
I do. But I'll do it my own way.
Shall we make a try for it?
No, I don't think they've had time to scour the island yet.
Well, that makes twice now.
Twice what?
I think I told Lovey. A long time ago, I knew someone like you. But I woke up one day and found myself stranded in Australia.
Well, that's once.
Oh, I think I'm waking up all over again. That's twice.
Why don't you go back?
I think I'd better. You know, Hugo wasn't always so... I mean... well, there was nothing else I could do.
I didn't ask you.
First few months we spent here were rather nice.
Sure.
Wasn't until later I found out he used it as a headquarters.
For murder. On an international scale. That's why, General Ta is here.
I would have left him long ago. But he saw to it I never had enough money to lay my hands on.
And of course, nothing's any fun without money, is it?
Next time I make a decision like I made in my room this morning, I'll count to 15.
Next time, let him shoot me. Let's go.
Can you use this?
Why, yes.
Look.
trap.
You're a forward-thinking girl. Wait here.
Mr. Troy, my rifle is bearing on the heart of your friend. I offer you a chance. You have my Luger. Please throw it towards the dock, where the guards can retrieve it. If you can free your friend in 30 seconds, you may go free.
Don't do it, Adam.
One, two, three, four,
No use
Five.
both of us getting it, Adam.
Lovey, the conversation hour is over.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
He wants us
15,
both.
Sure.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
You're a fool to come, Adam.
On the word go, you make like a deer through the brush.
24, 25, 26,
I'm gonna make it through the houses.
28,
Go!
29, 30.
Easy.
They are certain to reach the schooner from one of the beaches, and with all the forces massed around the pier.
would your strategy be?
I would cover the beaches and set a trap on the schooner.
Wrong again. A man like Captain Troy would feel an obligation to disclose my plans to the authorities. With his transmitter dismantled, he would have only one objective on this island. And he'll try for it tonight.
How long till night, Lovey?
2 hours, 13 minutes, and 2 seconds. Don't hold me to the seconds.
Will you be willing to take a chance in 2 hours, 13 minutes, and don't hold him to the seconds?
What's in it for me?
All right, down, quick. Ready or not, here we go.
Adam,
I know. No guards.
Let's get back. Something doesn't smell kosher around here.
Our best bet now is a long shot.
What's our odds?
Not good, but worth a try. Take the boat and get the girl. Head for the Tiki and Morotai. I'll stall Zagreb here.
Nothing doing.
Lovey, don't argue. All right, let's go.
Troy. Predictable as always. See, Yosef, Captain Troy wouldn't disappoint us.
You played that real cool.
What do you expect me to do?
I wouldn't try anything, Captain Troy. The whole pier is surrounded. I can see that my wife is not in your care anymore. Never mind, we'll find her. Yosef, call the guards. Guards! Yosef, where are the guards? You, where are the guards?
Yosef? Now, you may call the guards, Yosef. I think they will come this time.
Guards! Yosef, you're not taking orders from him!
One does not take orders from a partner.
Arrest this puppet!
You see, Mr. Zagreb, General Ta and I have been handsomely bribed to rejoin the government forces. Now, those arms shipments must not reach the rebels.
You and your friend will be free to leave as soon as you have done us both a favor. That is, to notify the authorities of Mr. Zagreb's foolish plans.
Let me get the girl while our luck is still running. I'll join you on board when I'm finished here.
I'm sure you are familiar with the radio transmitter.
Yes. And I appreciate your generosity. Now, does the General have any plans of his own he would want me to include in my message?
One thing I have learned from Mr. Zagreb, that is, not to divulge plans before their successful fulfillment. Good luck to us both.
Repeat, urgent. Intercept contraband munition ships. Celebes Straits. 14 hours, urgent. Repeat. Emperor Hugo Zagreb. Emperor among the dead.